Okay. Guys, like, yeah, so it's kind of the trend is still continuing, and what I just wanted to mention to you is something that has actually helped crude kind of pick up further is now Dow is also picking. So once again, Dow is kind of looking like it is going to pick up further. Okay, so at this particular point of time, I won't be interested in initiating anything else. Okay, so my personal this thing would be to kind of actually look forward to a ride this position towards the maximum and keep on trailing. Okay. So now, as our friend has actually mentioned, the next mark of resistance would be probably be coming in over here. So this can't be taken out. Anyways, let's see what happens. So now this trade, any trade so far, my but we already took a buy, man. So we took a buy over here. Okay, 4618. So initially our stop loss was kept over here, Aditya. 20-point stop loss. Then I kind of cut half of my positions at 22 points. That actually mitigated my risk. Okay. Instead of trailing the stop towards the entry, what I did is I trailed my stop over here. Why? Because this I personally feel to be a pretty tight stop loss once again. So, anyways, if this trade is actually kind of coming down, okay. So, two things I can actually think about. So, one thing would be to kind of actually exit my positions in between, or the other thing that I could actually think about would be to hold on, further anticipating an upside move. So, as far as now the situation is concerned, Dow is actually still picking up. So, which means that so I should actually think about staying in for a while. So let's see how it goes. Anyways, uh, so we don't have any risk in this trade. Yeah, I'll show you in trading view. Don't worry. Just wait. So anyways, we really don't have any risk in this trade. And see, one thing I have learned regarding crude oil trading is uh, if you want to kind of succeed as a crude trader, you should be capable of making the best out of the big moves. Okay. So rather than scalping, I personally feel like if some big move is happening, so if you're able to utilize that, that would be the best as far as crude trading is concerned. The close of the candle above the resistance confirms that we are in new support. Okay, but it didn't give a strong closing. So okay, so that's a very good point that you're kind of conveying. So what you're asking is the close above a good resistance level conveys the fact that we are in a new support. Okay, but then like just have a look at the candle that gave a closing. So it really doesn't look pretty strong. Yeah, the volume part was there. So there was a good volume that gave a closing. But then like the structure of the candle is not looking pretty strong. Anyways, but let's see. Let's wait. So Dow is still picking. So as long as Dow keeps on the rise, or as long as Dow is actually continuing to pick up, it it's not much of a concern for us to come out. Okay. And this is pure discretionary trading. So pure discretionary trading, and yeah, definitely we have some rules that we are following, but then more or less this is discretionary trading. Energy transition threatens $14 trillion in oil and gas assets. Okay. US based engineering firm KBR said May 20 it would support the development of the first ever floating liquefied natural gas. Okay. Okay, so if you have any questions, you can ask me. I'm not doing anything much. So please feel free to ask any questions. I'm giving you the privilege to unmute yourself. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask me. You can unmute yourself and ask your questions. Oh my God, Anil is here. Anil, which position you have taken? See, Anil is a proprietary trader. Okay. So Anil, when shall we conduct your live trading session? Anil, hello. Okay. So no response. Okay. So guys, yeah. So you can ask your questions. Feel free to shoot your questions. Okay, tell me, Anil. So what position do you have? So what is your view? So I guess you must be looking out for a rejection. Long holding. You're already long. So where are you long on US oil? So where are you long? Like which part? So which price are you long basically? Like okay. So Anil is kind of actually. Meanwhile, Anil response. If you have any questions, you can ask friends. Like if you have anything to ask, please ask. Okay. So some of you were asking regarding trading view. Okay, fine. I'll just take out trading view. So actually my levels are marked on a different chart. So I'll kind of have to mark it separately over here. So first of all, like these are the levels that we were tracking, right? And so the kind of entry that we planned out for was over here, right? Just make it a bit big. Okay, you're long afternoon. Okay, that's great. So means you have been riding the trend. You have been riding the entire trend. That means. Okay. So Anil, like if I unmute you, could you actually kind of tell something about what all things that one should need to follow, if you don't mind? If you're fine with it, I'll just unmute you. Just let me know if yes or no. If you can, could you just tell like what all are the things that you feel should be important to be noted before trading crude? As someone who's starting from scratch. Oh, you are outside. Okay, cool, cool, cool. No problem. So basically, like, yeah. So as Anil has mentioned, he is long from today morning itself, from afternoon itself. Okay. So if some sort of a big move is coming, so that is what we should be capable of. Okay, no problem, man. Like we should be capable of capitalizing on. Okay, and that is definitely what is going to help us. So friends, like let's see what happens. Anyways, this trade is risk free, so I'm still holding on, and I don't mind hitting my uh, trail stop. Anyways, I'll come out. Yeah, it is. So no need to wonder. It is actually one. Okay. So I'm personally planning to stick on to this position because see, the buyers like crude has been in an upside territory itself. Okay. So crude has been in an upside territory itself already, and today, okay, and so we got a higher high formation once again. So now Dow Jones is also kind of picking up. And yeah, so as far as we are concerned, our risk is already mitigated in this position. Now, holding on to the trade if some sort of a big move is coming in, so that would be my priority. Okay, where did you enter? Okay, Alush, I guess you missed out the first meeting, right? If I'm not wrong. Okay, so friends, like, please take care of your health. Okay, situation is very bad in uh, Kerala. So we ended at 46. Okay, your question 4618 was our entry, and we have already mitigated our risk. So we started the trade by taking a 20-point stop loss. Okay, and we had mitigated our risk by cutting half of our positions gaining 22 points and then trailing our stop loss above the initial 20 points. So initially our stop loss was at 4598, 20 points risk. So then we have brought up our stop loss. Do I use indicators? See, I don't know how many times I have said this. See, how many of you have seen indicators on my screen? See, there is nothing wrong in using indicators. There is nothing wrong in trading with indicators or without indicators. See, as far as I'm personally concerned, I kind of actually use a VWAP. I use pivots. I actually use a volume. I use Fibonacci. I use RSI divergence. Everything I can actually refer to. So ultimately, at the end of the day, as I mentioned to you, so whatever you're kind of actually going to use, at the end of the day, your probability is going to be just 50-50. So today itself, I told you the trade that I took before this, that was a losing trade. Okay, and now this trade, okay, I'm not calling it as a winning trade because the story is not yet complete. Okay, so anyways, this won't be a losing trade now. But then, if I want, I can cut this as a winner. But then, see, I'm sticking like since my perception is still the same, I'm continuing with the position. So what you need to do is risk reward. Okay, guys, like whatever you're going to do, okay, whatever you're going to trade, ultimately at the end of the day, it is all going to be risk reward. Can you draw Fibonacci once? See, why do you want me to draw Fibonacci, man? This trade has not been done based on Fibonacci. Okay, so don't force anything on the charts. Okay, so yeah, see, there is nothing wrong in you using Fibonacci. Okay, nothing wrong in you using any particular thing. So it's just used as a confluence. So I personally, like, if I draw a Fibonacci right now over here, that would be just to validate something that I have already done earlier. Okay, but rather you should be using tools to give you confidence in whatever you're taking. Okay, so ultimately, like, we are using all the tools to kind of actually give us a confluence or give us some sort of a confidence in order to stick with our positions, right? In order to stick with our positions. And so uh, like, there one person actually texted me yesterday. He told me that he found a strategy in forex that gives 95% accuracy. Okay, so see, honestly speaking, 95% accuracy, maybe you did 10 trades and 9 out of 10 won. But let me just tell you, when you're creating a sample set, you should have 1,000 trades. Okay, at least 1,000 trades. So you trade 1,000 trades and tell me that your strategy has 95%. Okay, so just because the system is giving you like a 95% hit rate in 10 trades, that doesn't mean the system has that much of a hit rate. So you need a longer duration of time to test something. Okay, so now so it's kind of almost a 28 points beyond our entry. Okay, and the first significant rejection we could actually face would be over here, 4655. But if price can actually, yeah, it's 31 points beyond our entry. So that means we are done with the 1.5 hour. Okay, but I have not cut my positions. So my end would be, okay, I'll show you, Jagdar, but then I'll show you towards the end. I'll definitely show you. I'll answer all your questions. Don't worry. But I don't want to interpret it with my trade. Okay. So this level, this is the level that I'm very much keen on. Okay, if price can actually manage to take up this level, and I'm trailing to my entry, so the order has been trailed to the entry. Okay. See, guys, I'm telling you everything. Okay, I'm telling you everything and taking the, what do you call it? I'm telling you everything like right now itself. So I have actually trailed to my entry. So, anyways, now what is going to happen is, if this trade actually moves against me, okay, If I don't cut anything in between, okay, if I don't cut any position in between, still I'll have a plus 0.5 hour. That will actually compensate for my previous losing rate. Now, if I'm capable of cutting something at 1 hour itself, I'll still be up by 0.5 hour. Okay. This is Saroda. I'm personally trading on Motilal also. Sure, Jagdar, I'll definitely do it. Let me just finish off with this, then I'll, okay. So it seems that US 30 is kind of actually facing the first rejection, or is kind of actually showing the first sort of a rejection, but then it's not something to call as a rejection as such. Okay. So time is 7 sharp. Okay. Currently the time is 7 sharp. For some of you who is watching the recording, this could be helpful. Current time is 7 o'clock sharp. Okay. This is the first 5-minute candle that was showing some sort of a rejection, but then I can't call it as a rejection. This candle is not complete. Okay. Yes. Okay. So US 30 is once again picking up. So let's see how it goes. And as far as we are personally concerned, there is nothing much for us to have a hiccup. Okay, so no longer. Okay, I just forgot to erase this. So this is where our stop is once again. Okay. So in fact, it is actually like at 4619 the trigger. So that means like charges is also kind of done. Almost done. Yeah, you're right, Chirag. Like crude, one thing is this. One thing about crude oil is if crude is kind of continuing in a particular direction, so usually it tends to continue in the same direction for some pretty good period of time. So that is what I mentioned. So to kind of actually make some pretty good gains out of crude oil. So the first and foremost thing is that we should be able to make the maximum out of the good significant moves that come in. Okay, so as far as the good significant moves are concerned, so we should kind of actually be capable of making the best out of the significant moves that actually kind of come in. So you kind of actually see this was the next significant rejection point, and it's almost like exactly at the very same point that we are seeing the rejection taking place. Okay, but then that still doesn't convey to us that crude is undergoing a rejection. Maybe it will consolidate sometime over here. Okay, and what if it gives a good move? Let's say it's giving another 20-30 points move on the upside. That is in turn helping us get something like a 3R, something like that. So we should not be able, we should not kind of actually be missing out on that, right? So we should not be missing out on that, right? I haven't. Okay. So if you have any questions, you can feel free to ask. Okay. If you have any questions, feel free to ask that. And if some sort of a strong rejection is kind of coming in, yeah. So as our friends were mentioning, yeah, this is definitely a good resistance level. Okay, this is definitely a resistance level, and we know that that is the purpose that we have marked this beforehand itself. But then, like what I'm interested in, or what I'll be keen on, is if price is capable of piercing about this particular level. Okay, if price is actually capable of uh, breaking about this particular level, that is what I'm keen on. And if this level is getting taken out, I really anticipate, or I really expect this candle also to be pretty strong. Okay, this is a good level, right? And this was something that bears were something on a like a big anger. They plunged down like anything. Okay, so this level has to be taken out. It will be some good volume. So you can see some good volume built up, still looking strong. Okay, so let's see how it plays out. It's been long. I attended your sessions. Feels very good. So that's very great, Chirag. So nice to have you back. See the reason. See right now I'm kind of like I'm all alone at the office. Okay, so it's kind of pretty boring. So everybody else has got a work from home apart from me. So it's kind of pretty boring. So that's why we have like more live trading sessions from last 2 weeks. I guess we have had almost like 4 to 5. So usually we have like one in a week. There is corona in your area. See, there is corona everywhere, man. Not only in my area. We learn how you think. It helps in managing emotions. Yeah, that's cool. See, but let me just tell you. See, nobody can copy any particular person's trading style. So that particular thing, yeah, you should kind of actually gain by trying it out by yourself only. In the sense, like how many ever live trades or something that you attend. So each person, each individual is definitely different. So, but ultimately, as I mentioned to you, so first of all, like people feel, see, I have one losing trade, so I should not be feeling that okay, I have a losing trade, my strategy is wrong, I should stop the strategy, I should move on to a different strategy. See, let me tell you guys, any particular directional trader, what he trades is nothing else but breakouts and retest. Just tell me on what other basis can you trade direction? So breakouts and retests is ultimately the foundation of everything. Okay, and now on top of breakouts and retests, for you to get some confluence, you can use maybe indicators, you can use um, other things. Maybe you can use whatever else you want. You can use on top of this to get a confluence. But then you can't actually trade solely on any particular indicator or any particular thing. Now ultimately price action also you use, you still get a 50% hit rate. Now what matters is how you manage the risk. Okay, so now so we are up by 30 points, like we are up 30 points from our entry. Okay, still 30 points, 31 points. Okay, now I need this level to get taken out, so that is when the real move comes. Okay, so let's see how it happens. Let's see if it happens first of all. And if price can't actually manage to pierce this, then I probably would think about an exit before my stop itself. Okay, if price is capable of not piercing above this level, so I would actually think about taking out an exit before my stop. Okay, because before we kind of reach this particular our entry. So right now this is our stop loss, right? So before our stop loss reaches, I would kind of actually think about uh, taking out an exit. You plan the trade. See, yeah, obviously levels are marked on this thing, US oil. Okay, so levels, yeah, you know that, right? Hello, Vishnu, ഞാനൊരു മീറ്റിംഗിലാണ്, അത് കഴിഞ്ഞിട്ട് വിളിച്ചാൽ മതിയോ? Okay. Okay, yeah, of course, yeah. So the levels are kind of always marked on US. In fact, this is not the chart, my friend. Like it's on a different system, so I can't kind of pull it over here. So I'll have to join the Zoom on the other system. Okay. Yeah, it looks like a bearish sandwich. Okay, so it's being taken out, and this is what we wanted, right? So let's see how much it can go. Okay, see the bulls should actually show their anger now. You see how brutally the bears were capable of pushing it down. See guys, like if you could ask some questions through unmuting yourself, that would be grateful, because I'm finding it difficult to scroll through the chat on the other screen. So if you could unmute yourself and ask, that would be grateful. So I guess that'll be the best way to communicate. Okay. So hereafter, any questions, please unmute yourself and ask. So it's 36 points beyond our entry right now. So a 40 points would be a 2 hour. Okay. That is like, but then since we have cut some positions at 22 points, so that would be kind of 1.5 hour, right? So please unmute yourself and ask your questions hereafter. Okay. So anything you want to ask, please ask. So please ask, guys. I guess one of our friends was asking to show Fibonacci on this. Okay, now I guess I can show you that. See, Fibonacci, first of all, Fibonacci or golden ratio numbers, you already know. I need not speak about it. So we get to know the significant, what do you say? We kind of actually get to know the significant levels, okay? Significant support or rejection points based on the Fibonacci levels. But as far as this is concerned, right now, so recent high and recent low, only recent low is there. So recent high is already being taken out. Okay, so I would have to, so if the price was kind of picking up, falling down within a range, then I could have shown you that. So as far as this particular move is concerned, I can't do that. But then what I could actually do is connecting the previous highs and this rejection point, I could extend and show it to you. Just a second. So let's say that I'm extending a Fibonacci from this level to this. So it seems like not at the 61.8 the rejection came in anyways. Okay, it's not at the 61.8 levels the rejection kind of came in. And what? Okay, so 100% is here. My God, messing it up. Yeah. Okay, so 100% marks is here. So the next rejection point could be over here, the 138.2 levels. Okay. So post 100, yeah, the price has picked up. So the next rejection point could be over here as far as Fibonacci is concerned, the 138.2 rejection levels. Now, as far as I'm personally concerned, the next rejection point won't be there. The next rejection point would be kind of actually, so this is actually a resistance level. So if price is capable of closing above this, further upside move as some sort of a downside. Okay, guys, now what I'm kind of actually going to do is, I'm kind of actually kind of trading up further, bringing up my stop to 4635. Okay. So stop is actually being brought to 4635. Okay. So anyways, this has been a good trade. Whatsoever happens now. Where was your entry? My entry was actually over here, 4618. Okay, so let's see if price can actually manage to take out this. So Dow is actually still looking bullish. And talking about US oil, there is nothing specific to say about US oil. It is still continuing to look bullish. Okay. So if you have any questions, you can ask me straight away. Any questions? Any questions? What is this? Okay, see, you can unmute yourself. Just click on the unmute button on your system. You can ask. See, why is that you guys don't ask any questions? See, if I take out my WhatsApp, I'll have like a lot of questions. Why don't you ask straight away? That'll be much better, right? See, not even a single question. That's kind of really bad. Come on, guys, at least one question. Volume is less when breakout happens. Yeah, so maybe it could be a rejection. Okay, something that I should be afraid. But let's see what happens. Maybe this could kind of actually be a rejection from here, but then I'll stay in the trade as long as my stop is not being taken out. Let's see what happens. So, anyways, like we have nothing to lose, right? So, some sort of a bullish news is coming for natural gas. ONGC tender e-auction of natural gas for from KG Basin till June 4. Okay. Okay. So it's kind of approaching our stop, guys. How to analyze volume? See, if a good breakout is happening, the volume candles would be actually pretty strong. Okay, if a good level is getting taken out, so we need a level to get taken out with a very good volume. So, for example, you see how this levels were kind of being pierced. So we had some pretty good volume as compared to the normal volumes, or as compared to the average volumes that we're getting formed. Okay, so we kind of actually, in fact, had some pretty good volume associated with those candles. Okay. So whereas when this candle is getting formed, the volume is not such something to be called great. It just kissed that level and came back. And in fact, is something that is showing us some sort of a rejection. So maybe this candle's closing would tell us something on what could be our next action. Why? Because at this particular point of time, the exact time is 7:17 p.m. Date is 21 May. So we see after US 30 kind of picking up like really good for some pretty good period of time, it is showing some calmness. Okay, so let's see and decide whether to come out of the position even before our this thing, even before our trailed stop. See, I wish this is actually capable of breaking above the upside. Okay, that is capable of taking up above the highs. That would be a pretty good move. That would actually be a very significant move also. That is what I wish for. However, let's see what happens. Okay, so maybe this could be something to take out the weak-hearted. Can you show the 50 MA? Oh, 50 MA over volume over breakout, or share your thoughts over 50 MA moving average? Yeah, definitely. So adding the 50 MA moving average to the volume charts will help you understand whether the traded volume is above the average volume or not. Okay, but then like why can't you just look at the charts and see, right? If you look at the charts and see, then why do you want? You can compare the volumes by looking at the charts itself, right? Okay, so yeah, if adding 50 MA is helping you, definitely go ahead and do that. But as far as I'm personally concerned, looking at the charts itself is telling me that which all candles are big, which all candles are small, right? So why another fancy thing for that, right? See, it's a rejection coming in, guys. So maybe I'll have to come out. Not yet, but then let's see. So what star is this? So what do we call this as? So if I get a good bearish closing, so at a significant resistance level, I could actually call it as a bearish star. Oh, sorry, evening star, right? Anyways, let's see. But if this resistance level is getting broken, right now, some of you would be like, okay, why am I not coming out? This is a resistance level. Okay, the trade is see. First of all, the trade has become risk free. Okay, so first of all, this trade has actually become risk free. So we really need not have much of a tension because okay, trade has become risk free, right? But my personal anticipation is that if this level can be getting taken out, if this level can manage to get taken out, then the move is going to be pretty much good. Okay, pretty much rapid. This is what I'm expecting for. Or like first of all, like our uh, aim at the time of taking the trade itself was this, right? So let's see. And now, anyway, since the trade has become risk free, there is nothing wrong in kind of taking this risk. So if if this is getting taken out, let it be taken out. As of 1 o'clock, these are your best and worst performers based on the London trading schedule. Okay, it will be. So US 30 is actually dropping, but I wish it picks up and crude is capable of piercing above these levels rather than facing a resistance over here. I wish that happens because our stop is actually kind of approaching close, just like a 10 points away. What is the best time to trade in crude? So honestly speaking, crude oil actually becomes active post evening. That is, once you are done with your equity markets, you had your coffee, and then you come back. That is when crude starts moving. But like it depends. So it kind of actually it's definitely, yeah, it's definitely in the evening hours itself. But then like there could be some days when crude doesn't give much of a move. It's kind of more in a range. For example, like 2 weeks back, okay, 2 weeks back, for like 1 to 2 weeks, I was not able to spot any opportunities. So there could be weeks like that, but then usually it's in the evening that crude starts giving a move. Because this already looks like a shooting star at a level. So isn't it a confluence of reversal? See, that's what I said, Aloysius. From the beginning of this trade itself, I have been telling. So my personal perception would be this level getting taken off. So that is when I can actually maximum capitalize on the move. I had told you that initially, right? So that itself is my initial plan itself. If this level is getting taken out, so some sort of a pretty good strong upside move can actually be anticipated. Now this trade has become risk free. So if something is risk free for you, then what is wrong in holding on to it? So anyways, I won't go in loss in this trade, right? So if I'm okay, if, let's say that I'll be losing money if the price reverses. Okay, then I can actually think about coming out. But then I'm already risk free. So then what is wrong in that? Right? Your logic is correct. That is, okay, this looks like a shooting star, and there is definitely a good probability that the price can actually reverse. Okay, but then still the trend is up. Still the trend is actually looking strong. And in case the price is actually kind of moving up, I would be able to gain some points, right? So as I mentioned to you, it's like how you can actually manage your winners. That is going to help you. So as far as a trader is concerned, half of my directional trades fail. Okay, today I took a position intraday. Okay, equity market today I didn't trade. Okay, like honestly, like so there were some good opportunities, right? So I had a position in Kajaria Ceramics, and that particular position, talking about that particular position in Kajaria Ceramics, like I exited it at cost itself. It gave a breakout yesterday. Today I had a position, not yesterday. So today I went for a buy. It gave a good move. Then it kind of gave some sort of a consolidation. Okay, and I was stuck there. So I came out at cost. Anyways, I kind of almost made up for the charges. Then I didn't have any positions. Then I would initiate fresh positions only on Monday. Yeah. So today looks like a budget day. True. So guys, like this meeting would also probably end. So anyways, now you know. Okay, this is my stop. Okay. I'll quickly tell you what happens. So we'll connect sometime later. So anyways, so I'm not planning to take out an exit. I'll hold on to this trade. So if I'm going out, it would be my trail stop loss that is going to be hit over here. Now, if the price is giving a good upside move, once again, I'll tell you like how I'll manage. Okay. So this meeting is going to end. So I guess I'll wind up for now. Okay, I think I guess you had some takeaways from today's meeting. Okay. So I'll just wind up for now. Let's see how it goes. Okay. Thank you. Have a great day.